Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. This is Danette Hutchinson. We're working on phase 2 of our bridal gown. I am so glad to be able to move forward. Uh, I did share with you on the last video that my intention is to take out the princess seams on the middle skirt, which you see I have X'd out here right here. So we're eliminating that right there. I really just want it to be plain right there and plain here as well. So the circular skirt is going to be cut out on the fold, on the front and on the back. The back of the middle skirt will have a seam down the back to incorporate a zipper installation. So that will be on the back. But as far as the front, these seams right here are going to be eliminated. The princess seams here are going to be covered in lace, and this will be covered in lace working down the train or the circular skirt. So the front, I'm hoping, will kind of mimic this as much as possible, if you can imagine it with lace on it or lace appliques draping from this portion down. That's what we're working on today. So let me take you over to Miss Margaret. This is Miss Margaret, my mini me, and I call her my mini me because she is probably 2 sizes smaller than I am, maybe even 3. So she's really my mini me. But we're going to go ahead and drape off the skirt here all the way around to the side seam. I will be making sure that I fold out the darts and any adjustments on the hip line that I might need to make to fit this rounded part so it fits around the body curves much better. Remember, I'm working with a Joanne sewing model, and so they don't necessarily have the fullness in the hip area that some women have. So keep that in mind as we work through this drafting. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm just going to start. I've already folded under the edge of the muslin, which is the manufacturer's edge. So that's straight down my center back right there. And what I will do is mark my center back. Center back. Okay. All right. So now my waist tape is, I'm just trying to fix this up over here. My waist tape is, excuse me. Oh, all right. There we go. My waist tape is right here underneath this piece here. It goes all the way around, all the way to the front. So I'm going to actually be feeling for that as a clue to me where I need to mark my seam line here. And then when I'm just marking right here. And then when I add my seam allowance, I'll add it going upward. Okay, so right now I'm just marking it here. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh-wee. Man, new pins are no joke, boy. They hurt. Okay, so here we go. So I'm marking here. I am marking here. There is going to be, typically there would be a dart here. I'm not worried about exactly it is because I'm going to take it out of the underlining. One thing to do, you might want to work your arms out, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, work out your arms. So this would be a dart here. If you hear any noise, my husband is upstairs on the phone, so his voice travels quite a lot through the house, and so we'll be marking this out. And I have a movie on. I don't know how you guys feel about Christmas, but for me, I don't mind watching Christmas movies all year long. I really don't. All year long, I could watch them. Okay, so we're going to pin here on this side. Can't really see what I'm doing, so let me turn her around. My side seam is right here. This is my side seam right here. Oh, wow. Okay. My side seam is right here. So what I need to do is make sure that, ow, oh my gosh. What I need to do is make sure that I pull this tight around the hip. See how that's tightening up right there around the hip. And I'm going to pin that in place. And then I'm going to pull at, well, this is the hip. This is more the thigh area. Anyway, the butt is right here. So I'm just going to pull this as tight as I can and pin it. Okay. Then this right here. Okay. Come on. And I'm going to pin this up here to get that out. Look at this right here. See this right here? That I don't want in the, I don't know. I might leave it in. It's just a dart. And I may just go ahead and leave that in there and put that in the lining as well. Maybe I will. It won't be a princess seam going all the way down, and that's what I don't want. So I think I will leave the dart in there. Yeah. I will leave the dart in there, I think. Because the dart is actually going to give the dress some structure. And darts take out excess fabric. So yeah, we'll leave the dart in there. Okay, and I will straighten that out. Later. Come on, stand up straight. I tell you what, man, I'm like, I need to work out my arms. Goodness gracious. Holding them up like this is painful. I am not kidding you. Woo-wee. Okay. Let me get my dart in here. Right. Well, I tell you what I will do. I will level that dart out. Man, you're not gonna work my nerves today. Okay. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? How are things working out for you? How are your holiday plans going? Okay, there we go. How are your holiday plans going? And do you start Thanksgiving plans right away at the beginning of November, or do you kind of find yourself, kind of waiting a little bit? I love to start the holiday early. Early, early, early. Okay. We'll find the root here eventually. What I'm glad about is that there's no long, uh, here's my vanishing point right here. Okay, so here's my dart. Here's my dart on my bodice. Here's my dart on the, this is going to be the middle skirt. And here's my side here that I'm working on. Let me tighten this up just a little bit. What you'll find is that you might have to compensate for a sway back adjustment on your body too. But, so there we go. Oh, wait, my arms. I gotta put my arms down, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so now my scissors, I need to cut into here and release some of this. There we go. Okay, there we go. I love it. All right, so let me go ahead and continue to mark this. I can see my waistband through the fabric, through the muslin. Not so much on this side, but we can actually even that out. Okay, all the way to my side seam, which is, I'm going to trim this off because I don't need all of that. Yeah, so I was saying, gosh, dog, what the heck is going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to cut away this excess muslin because I don't need it and it keeps flopping around and getting in my way. Okay, excess muslin. Did I say X muslin? I meant excess muslin. Excess is what I meant to say, not X. Where's my, here we go, my waistband. Okay. This is my side seam. So I'm going to make a T here, and then I'm going to start marking here. That's better. So I'm going to start marking here. Right? You see this dip right here? That's my side seam right here. It on my my mini me, it's already got a space there, so it's kind of hard to miss. All right, so there's my side seam. Okay, that's my back panel. I haven't yet decided how long I actually want the panel to be, but I'm going to go ahead and mimic that a little bit right here just by folding this excess up, because I've got to find where I want the circular skirt to begin. So that means I need to pin this hem up and get it at least to some degree where, okay, I think that might work. So I can go ahead and finish marking. Get off me. Go ahead and finish. I'm having a battle here today. I don't know what's going on, but we will have the victory. We will have the victory. Yes, indeed, we will. We will. Okay, so remember last time I was talking to you guys about your goals and your dreams and how my experience at my apparel construction course with my instructor was something, it just left a lot to be desired. Well, what I wanted to encourage you about in that case is when things, I'm trying to make sure I'm in the camera. There's my hemline. When things get kind of wonky, I'm just going to eyeball this, okay? I'm going to eyeball this because I have a feeling I'm going to have to peg this skirt anyway, this middle skirt. When things start going wonky and out of your control, and you know, you trusted somebody to do something that they ultimately did not do, especially if they were even required to do that for you, and yet they chose not to. I want to encourage you to know that there's another way to get it done. There's always another way to get it done. Okay, we don't need this. We do not need a pin this here. Actually, that's right there. That's right. We do not need the rest of this. I'm going to mark my fold for the dart. This will be my vanishing point here. Okay. I'm going to mark it on both sides. Okay. And you might say, well, why are you not putting a dart? Let me get out of the camera. Why are you not putting a dart? I can see why people have other people record their videos for them. Why are you not putting a dart in the front if you're putting a dart in the back? Well, typically at the waistline on down, women don't actually protrude in the front as much as from the waistline up. So I'm not concerned about the front having a dart. Typically it's where you go out, where you have a fullness. That's where you want a dart to kind of cup that area so that you have a better fit. So I'm only concerned about the back, putting a dart in the back and not in the front. So as you can see, I've got the skirt, the back skirt. This is the underlining. It's still going to be the skirt of the fabric as well. I've got that not trimmed out, but outlined here. So I'm going to take it off the mannequin and go ahead and trace it off onto some tracing paper. True these lines, which means make them connect in a straight line like they should. This curves out a little bit, so I'll curve that out and bring it down like it should. And then on the center back, Miss Margaret doesn't really want to cooperate with me today. My center back here, there we go. My center back here is already folded over. I've got center back marked right here. I've got the hemline somewhat marked. I'll have to decide from here. I'll determine it will be this line right here. That's going to be the hemline for the middle skirt. So this will be my measurement from here to here. From here to here, I'm adding this much right here, all the way around the middle skirt. So on the front, oh my gosh, on the front, and you'll say, well, there's a dart on the front. There is a dart on the front, but she's a coming out. She's not staying there. She is coming out, okay? And so I'm going to press this out and transfer this piece to a tissue paper, which will be my pattern. This is not staying. The dart on the back is staying. Okay. So then we've got, I want to show you something here as well. So remember when I did my markings for my seam line on the side, they actually line up with the markings on the front. Okay, so I'll be truing both of these so they are correct and they join together. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and mark my connector here. So this is my side seam. Side seams normally have 2 notches. Your front, I'm not going to put notches here, but your front normally has 1 notch. Just as an example, your front normally has 1 notch. This is actually center front, and it's going to be cut on a fold, okay? So that's center front. Your side normally has 2 notches. Move this up a little bit. 2 notches here to connect the side seam, the front side seam to the back side seam. Your center back normally has, we won't be using that because we're, oh yes we will, because we're going to put in a zipper. So your center back normally has 3 notches to indicate that it is the center back. Also, this indication right here helps to decide where your zipper stop is going to be. So our zipper is going to start up here and it's going to end down here. So my zipper is actually going to be, my zipper is going to actually, but this is going to be a seam allowance here. I don't know if you can see that. This is going to be a seam allowance here. Like, I think it's I'll do 3/8 of an inch because it's going to be incorporating quite a bit of layers. So we'll do 3/8 of an inch. On the neckline, typically on the neckline is 3/8 of an inch. All other seams are either a 1/2 an inch or 5/8 of an inch. In this case, my neckline is going to be 3/8 of an inch all the way around. So I'll measure down from here. That's the start of my zipper down to here, which is 10 inches. So more than likely, I will purchase probably a 20-inch zipper. They don't come, I think they come in maybe 12 inches, a 12-inch zipper, which will give me more than enough space to keep it out of the way, make the installation a lot easier and that type of thing. So there's our zipper, and then we are actually in good standing here. So that's where we're at right now. And I've taken up 23 minutes of your time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I may just upload another video. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So let me think about that. In the meantime, we'll see you later. Okay, so I've got the front. I am just tracing off my Okay, so as you can see, the dart has been eliminated on the skirt. Here is the original. And I've just took it out, eliminated it here on the skirt. This is center front, so this is skirt front. And it's not actually the skirt, it's the middle skirt because it's the shorter or the short skirt. Short skirt front, cut one on fold, fabric, underlining, and lining. Okay, so those are the directions for the skirt, short skirt front. Cut one on fold. This is my fold right here. This is center front. This is my fold line right here. Okay, and then I'm going to add seam allowance. Now, on the skirt itself, I'm going to increase the seam allowance. About an inch all the way around. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I can always take it out if it is too big. Actually, my whole point was to add it to the hip line where I took that dart out to replace that in the actual garment. So I'm going to add 1/4 of an inch. That will give me a 1/2 inch back into the skirt itself. And I'm going to do that at the hip line, okay? At the hip line. And then I'm going to bring this back into this line here. I don't know if you can see that because I think I might be in the way. But anyway, I'm going to bring this line back here. And I'm going to bring this line here and then incorporate that back into the original hemline. Okay. And then on the back, I'm going to have to do, at least make sure that my lines are true together, okay? So, so I just simply added a little bit more to the side seam because I took all of this out of the middle. Okay, so that I wouldn't have to put a dart in this middle skirt. So that's the front. Let's work on the back. Let's work on the back. I'm going to draw a squared line. Let me get in the camera and see what you're looking at. Okay. I'm going to draw a squared line there. And here is my back. So I mentioned that I have a Christmas movie playing in the background. So if you hear it, that is not my music. I have no rights to it. Just to let you know. Okay, so here is the center back. And I'm going to do this upside down because I need my center back to rest on this line right here. Let's see. Here's my line right here. Okay, so I'm just going to pin it here. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can see. Yes, you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty then. Okay, so remember I suggested getting a cork board for your table so that you can just stick your pins in straight up like that. All right, so our hemline is 18 inches. I mean, our Length is 18 inches on the middle skirt, or the short skirt, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let me mark my dart, because remember we did agree to go ahead and put a dart in here. So let me mark my dart legs and my vanishing point. I'll have to even that out. All right, so there's my dart and I'll even that out on my pattern paper, not necessarily here. I just need to be able to mark where everything should be. Okay, but I will have to make sure that it is parallel to the grain line here. So, okay, right now what I'm going to do is simply trace this off. And I think what I'm also going to do is in this recording right here, I thought I would be able to show you guys well, no, I'm going to keep my word, but I'm going to end this recording. I will upload another one, part 2 of phase 2. Thank you for joining me.